Hello! Greetings, everybody. I wanted to announce that I will be calling the channel Turkey Talk. Possibly Wild Turkey Talk or Turkey Talk Empire. That's what I have it right now. And so I wanted to introduce my turkeys and tell my story of how I got the turkeys. This is why I'm calling it Turkey Talk, is because when I rewatched the first video yesterday, and I was thinking, what will I call my channel? I heard them in the background and I thought, I have to call it Turkey Talk because it'll be about me talking. There'll be about me talking about all sorts of shit. Me talking shit, which is, I think that is what Turkey Talk is. And also there will be my turkeys featured in it. Oh, there we go. And also I'll be seeing other animals and, you know, various things. So anyway, I'll introduce these birds. This handsome boy right here is Mr. Man. He's blind, half blind. He's half blind in one eye. So he likes to sit up on this perch. He's not blind in the other eye. And then I feed him separately and specially. We have a couple other turkeys down here. We have Fluvlerd. They all think they're Fluvlerd. Okay, Take Me to the Fair. That's Take Me to the Fair. He's the really pretty one. And Luigi. Oh no, that's Fluvlerd over there. That's Luigi right there. We also have Lucky. And we have Rainbow. And then the girl turkeys, there is Courage, Power, and Wisdom. There are those three ones. Well, I don't know where the other one. Oh, she's laying on eggs. She's got 2 eggs. And then there's one that flies the coop every day. She's a little girl, and her name is Izza. Yes, her name is Izza. And then in here also we have some of the ducks, the male ducks, because they're picking on the ladies. So what I did is I separated the male ducks and put them in here for a while so they can hang out with the turkeys. So this is the coop. It is made from pallets that I got from a hot tub place. And my dear friend gave me this wire. She had an extra roll, so we stuck that up so we can't get through. They just come out here in the daytime. At night, I put them back in in this cool A-frame that we built from the pallets. So it's 2 8-foot pallets leaned up against each other, and it's actually really long. It's like 45, 50 feet long. This is the turkey section, so I have it. There's like a gate in the middle, so they can only go so far. They got a little door here that I let them in and out. And there's this pond liner on the outside. And that's what keeps them all happy, you know. So anyway, I'll tell you the story of how I got them. The story of how I got the turkeys. I got the turkeys because back in 2020, it was pandemic time. I'm sure everybody knows. A lot of people have pandemic pets. These are my pandemic turkeys. So I went to Tractor Supply just to get like horse supplies, cat supplies, whatever kind of supplies that I was trying to get at the time. And in the background, I walked in there and I heard a whole bunch of peeping. Like, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Where's all the peeping coming from? And I have a very long history of trying to rehabilitate baby birds and animals and stuff, like in the springtime when they fall out of nests. Usually it's totally unsuccessful. I've had some really good successes at some points before. So that was the first time that I had ever seen baby chicks at Tractor Supply. I was totally taken off guard. And I was really fucking high. It was the week of 420, and I had eaten way, like an exorbitantly, just off the charts amount of ganja food. And that was actually, a side note, but very important for the whole channel. The time that I figured out that I was on the Tellemere timeline. Because I woke up, yes, I woke up that week and I had this thought in my head. I was like, the Tellemere timeline. It was a dream that I had. I was like, so I looked it up. I'll come back to that. Anyway, I was on the Tellemere timeline. I was really high. I was so high that I hadn't eaten in very many days because also my tooth hurt like so bad. I needed it pulled, and I couldn't see the dentist because you couldn't go to the dentist at that point. It was crazy. So I was eating ganja food to kill the pain. And I think I ate a little bit much, and I decided to buy all the birds at Tractor Supply. So I went in there and I was like, what's all that peeping? And they're like, oh, we have baby birds. And I was like, oh my gosh, you have baby birds? I'll take them all. And they said, you'll take them all? And I said, yes, I'll take all the baby birds. Go put them in boxes for me and I'll take them home. So I did. They put them in boxes and I took them home. And I got home and I opened the boxes. And there were so many of them. There were just dozens and dozens of little baby birds. But at that point, that was fine because they all fit in boxes. They're like a couple days old. And I put them in my studio. And they started growing, and I was feeding them, and I bought all the supplies and stuff to take care of them. I had just gotten paid. I had a dog sitting job like all winter, and I just got paid for that. So I had hundreds of dollars in this check, and I just like wrote the check over to Tractor Supply, and it was really expensive. So I don't even want to say how much the whole project cost, but it cost so much more than I thought it would. When I said, oh, I'll buy all the chicks, like I was thinking like chicks would cost like I didn't know how much they cost. I didn't look at the chicks before I bought them. I just heard them and I was like, I'll buy them all. So I didn't even know how many there were. And I think that they had more in the back and they like brought more out to me. Because when I got home, there was like tons of them. Here, look at this guy. He's checking me out. What's going on? Yes, he's so weird. So I came home and they were growing up so fast and they were so weird. And then well, I mean, they were not weird. They were chicks, but there was a handful of them. There was like a couple dozen of them that were super weird. And they were growing up and they had really long legs and they loved me. A few of them they adored me. And they were all the ones that looked super weird. They had really long legs and then they had like a knob coming out the top of their head. And unfortunately, yes, you guys remember this part of the story. A lot of them were getting really sick and quite a few of them didn't make it at this point. It was like a weekend. And I called Tractor Supply back up and I was like, hey, like, what is going on? Like, what? I don't know why my chicks, some of them look really awful. They're acting very strange. They're very, very strange birds. They're strange birds. What do I do with them? And they said, oh, well, I mean, first of all, why don't you check your receipt? I think that you bought turkeys. And I did. I checked my receipt. And I bought turkeys. And I bought like a few dozen of them. And I was so shocked because I thought that I was buying chickens. And lo and behold, I had a few dozen turkeys. So it was a happy surprise. I really love them. They're super sociable. They grew up. Not all of them made it because actually they're really difficult. They when they're young, they just find ways to not make it, But I have almost a dozen now, and these are all the ones that made it for 3 years. And once they get this big, they're very, very difficult to do. I mean, they just survive anything. I live in northern Michigan here, and they survive the winters. They do great up here. They survive the summers, and they survive like predators. They're good. Once they're big, they're good. And I think that they live like 12 years or something. So I should have these guys for a while, I'm hoping. Like I said, there's one turkey sitting on eggs. And now I have turkeys, right? And now I have a YouTube channel, and it's called Talking Turkeys. So, or Turkey Talk or something. I'm trying to figure out what I'll name it something like that. Anyway, I need a catchphrase, and thank you for listening to my vlog. This is my first episode. The other episode I did was 0, so this is episode 1. So over now. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.